You say hi to Mama Olive. See, watch. Olive's not going to put up with it. See? Moose did nothing wrong. That's fine. But that was great. Olive told him, no, that's too much. I don't want to play like that. And Moose backed off. So that's great. So if it's getting too much, you can just say, Moose, Moose, leave her alone. Especially now with getting pets, everybody can do it. And don't worry if you hear him being noisy. He's a noisy boy. He's no harm, though. Yeah. So she's doing great. She's doing great. See, she just doesn't want to. She's fine with everyone. She's got no issues. She's doing good. But she just doesn't. She's not interested in, like, that. And Moose is. Moose loves it. So like I said, you might be better off giving her a break once in a while from his rowdiness and letting him go play in daycare and get some energy out there. Dozer, you're good, buddy. See, he's just noisy. Oh, so tough. He's not really. But yeah, so you might be better off just giving him some playtime. He loves to socialize. It's really good for him to get that energy out and play and have friends, all that stuff. That's just not Olive's personality. She's a lot more laid back. She really doesn't have as much energy as Moose does. She's a sweet girl, but she's definitely she's set in her ways. She likes to do things a certain way, and it's almost like she feels like offended when you ask her to do it a different way. That's not like she isn't. See, that's so. Like, notice I didn't get all worked up. Moose. So again, yeah, it seems scary, but coming from a professional, that was okay. If it had gone any more, obviously, because especially with there being other dogs, sometimes other dogs interact, and that's where stuff happens. But she was letting Moose know that that's too much. Now, a couple of those good corrections from Olive, he's going to quickly understand, like, she doesn't put up with that. So there's no animosity with each other. It's not like she's mad at him. She was just letting him know in dog talk that that's too much. And I know it can seem scary and like, oh my gosh, but it's really not anything to worry about. Moose doesn't really, at least in my experience in playtime, Moose doesn't really react back to her corrections as far as playtime goes. He just goes away and he just kind of finds another friend to play with. Now I'm going to make sure that I let them play just the two of them out and about, because like I was saying, he'll just kind of walk away and go find someone else to play with, but you're not going to have that at your house. And I'm not recommending you add a third dog to your mix right now. That's a pack at that point. But yeah, you want to make sure, see, I lost my train of thought there. You want to just make sure that you stop things when you feel like enough is enough. It's okay for her to give those corrections. But if you feel like it's going too far, you'll never be in the wrong by, come here, Olive, by telling them, hey, that's enough. And you don't have to single one dog out because Moose is playing too rough, but Olive is overreactive about it. She's a little, I'm not going to say a drama queen, because I know that'll break your heart. She's not a drama queen. She's an angel. No, she's a really sweet girl. But she's very, Moose off. She's very, Moose off. Good boy. She definitely lets the other dogs know, or, just in general, how she wants things done. So she's just a little, she makes it well known, and she's a little overreactive about it, and that's fine. So you don't want to you don't want to just single one dog out. You don't have to be like, Moose, stop it, or nothing like that. You could just be like, off. That's enough. Like these two, right? Like enough is enough. So I can just go in there and I can use my knee to go in between them. I can just break it up if I feel like, okay, this has gotten too much. Like these two are boyfriend and girlfriend. They absolutely love each other. They've known each other their whole lives. So they get really rowdy. They're from the same breeder. They're, they love each other, but they can get too much. So already I'm going to let it go for a second just so I can show you. Right. And they can get noisy and stuff. But that's the kind of stuff. So they kind of, enough. right? So all I had to do was just make a noise. I whistled. I changed my tone. I let him know, hey, nope, stop that. And then I just went right back to my normal tone. So I could, Molly, good girl. You're a good girl. Sweet, sweets. Right? So it's really just about your tone, letting them know this is what, this is exactly what I want from you. Poor thing. Say I went into heat. I have to stay separate from the boys right now. Poor thing. So yeah, that's just a quick little update as far as their play styles go and everything. You can give Moose some one-on-one playtime by doing specific things with him. You could take him out, put him on a long line, let him run around outside, or play with a toy, whatever you want to do with him to give him some extra playtime. It's okay to give them separate things. They're separate, they're different dogs. They don't have the exact same, lifestyle choices. He's very young and spunky and wants to have fun and play. And she's a lot more reserved and laid back and would much prefer to just kind of cuddle up with you as compared to Moose that would much rather kind of bounce around and have some fun and interact with you. So they're different dogs, and that's okay. It's really just about learning each one of them and learning what works best for them. So, but they're doing great. I love them both. They're both such loves. They're great dogs, honestly. I really don't think we'll have a hard time. And like I said, if you have a hard time when they come home with the transition back home, I'll be here for you through the whole process, of course. They're both doing a fantastic job, so we shouldn't have any issues. But yeah, I will be back with more. Say bye, Mama. I love you.